Welcome to Core Concepts. This is a program that we have each week at 4:30 at One Community Center, sponsored by the Institute of Applied Metaphysics, Church of Revelation, and One Community. And this is where religious and spiritual leaders come and talk about their particular discipline, what they believe, why they believe it, and what they're doing about it. And this week, our guest is Kenpo Rimpoche, and he is a Tibetan monk. He is doing translation work here, and we will also have a few words by Candy Aludi, who is in charge of the meditation center. Welcome to this event, and enjoy the program. Thank you.
In the morning, I taught at Memphis Meditation Center about just basic Buddhism, what we believes or what we think about it, the view of phenomena. So I would like to introduce Buddhism here today. Today I want to talk about three jewels. We have Buddha and Dharma and Sangha. There are many ways we can talk about it. I think that's where if introduced Buddhism, or just what Buddhism believes, will be appropriate. The Buddha is which means awakened ones. One who understand own nature of their mind and nature of reality, and then one who banded obscurations. This kind of person we call the Buddha. So historical Buddha Shakyamuni, 2,550 something years ago in India, and he was born between Nepal and India. Then later he became monk, and he meditated for particular in 6 years. Then after that we called enlightened. He really wanted to remove suffering. Particularly, there are four: birth, old age, sickness, and death. These sufferings, he wants to bend these sufferings, and he wants to bend suffering for all sentient beings. And he's searching the path, how to bend those sufferings. Then he said that we have to understand one's own nature. And as I taught, for 6 years he meditated, and then the final he understood completely his own nature, his wisdom. Then we called awakened one, or Buddha. So that is the Buddhism. In this time, we believe he is a great teacher, philosopher or thinker or whatever we call it, and one who knows the fundamental nature of reality and where things appears, how things works in this world. Then Dharma, he taught over 45 years, and walking in India area, and a different subject he taught. Sometimes he just sit silently, and then his students as asking something, then he give the answers. So sometimes he they give many levels of teachings. Those teachings, and there are two truths. This morning I taught. We called relative truth and absolute truth. And relative truth, there are altered phenomena. We have limitless worlds, and we cannot count in the world that we are just living one world, right? Earth. And like this, limitless. And at the same, sentient beings, it's a limitless sentient beings exist. It's not only human. There are different forms. This is sentient beings exist. He taught that. And then also the Buddha is saying that then how this come from? Outer world, inner sentient beings. The sentient being has miserable suffering, different levels of sufferings. Suffering of physical suffering and mental suffering. So, then, the Buddhism believes, or Buddha's saying that suffering comes from the karma. The terms Sanskrit word karma, and which means action. Action through the body, action through the speech, action through the mind. Body, speech, mind. That is a gate of the creating karma. He said 3 gates: the body, speech, mind. And if you do something good through the body, through the speech, through the mind, then that's dissolving one's own bad karma, which lead to a suffering, that makes problems. If you do something good through the body, good through the mind, good through the speech, then that's creating good karma, which is cause of happiness. Then there the Buddhism path, right? Now talking about the Dharma is path. How we can recognize reality, how we can deal with this reality. So then, to understand this reality is antidote of suffering. Antidote, I think antidote, usually we use antidote of suffering, Dharma terms. And so then, which is the cause of suffering? The karma and the klesha. Not only karma, we call it kleshas. Klesha, the Sanskrit term, which is some translators use, afflict emotions. Some they use disturbing emotions. Some they use mental, confusion, something. Which is we have already ego clinging and anger, desire, attachment, ignorance, jealous, hatred, envy, so forth. Those kind of mental state. The Buddhism believes this is mental mind. It's not physical. It's mental. When this mental state arising in our mind, then affect the body, and also it affect the whole body and the brain. Later, then that mental state, we remember again. It's affect the body, and then become, creating trouble. These kind of actions creating trouble and suffering. So, that's why even something happened in the past, like 15 years ago, still it's effect to us, because we are it's mind remembering and keeping going. From Buddhist point of view, something happened, then that's past. It's never come back. Right? Yesterday, like yesterday. It's never come back today. But something happened in our life, but still affect in today, in this present time. And how we can eliminate it, these, habitual patterns, then we say we have to look at in present moment our life. Present moment of our life is not past, not future. It's now. This is our life. Someone's calling. Maybe Buddha's calling. Checking maybe. I didn't say that. So, present moment is our life. We have to recognize that our mind is not go everywhere. Just bring back and focusing on natural reality, natural mind, sometimes we call it. Then that's lead, which means dissolving a lot of sufferings. The one way. Another way is to bring happiness in our life. We have to recognize one's own nature. That is another way of we can bring happiness in our life through the meditation. The same idea, mind is not go past, mind not go in the future, which means thinking about the past and thinking about the future. But mind always present. To understand that, then leave it alone. Not much trying anything. Then, the one point naturally, mind, reflect emotions is dissolving. This point, just leave it alone. Then, our mind become the peaceful, kind of relaxed, and stable. When that's happened, and when our mind is relaxed, then our body become relaxed too. Mind, bodies work together very closely. And so, in this way, we say, from Buddhism belief, bring happiness in our life. Happiness is not on the object. Happiness and meaningful life, we have to strengthen an inner peace, inner value of our mind. Mind is not attacked any, strange things. Mind have to bring back and focusing present moment or just rested. Then, this point, love and compassion arising, naturally arising. Those is very important. From Buddhism believes interdependence. Everything, every phenomena exists because interdependently exist. As this morning I taught, and here and there. It's not truly existence, something permanent, and here and there. It depends where we sit or where we stand. Similar, happiness and sad is not spontaneously arising. It must have causes and conditions. And these causes and conditions we created, related to in the self, one's own behaviors. And another Buddhism belief, the reincarnation. And we know that our body, when we die, is dissolved. Bodies comes from 5 elements: water, earth, space, and wind, fire. Kind of quality of those. We have it, heat and breathing, and the bone, the flat is earth, and the space, that's space. We have 5 elements. When Dharma terms we borrow. Our bodies borrow from the 5 elements. When we die, then dissolve into the 5 elements. But mental consciousness, mental is different. Mental, we don't see it directly, and we don't know mental. Really, it's not, we can't measure it by anything. But we do some sort of, these days, measured brain or something. Then their brains change or something. We can measure it a little bit. From Buddhist point of view, mental, it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. It's very hard to explain, but we can feel, and it's another way of taking form. So, mental is not dying, it's continuing. This carries one's own actions, good action, bad action, what we have created. That's carried through the mental at next life or next life. So then Buddhism believes reincarnation. Another, we say then, when we have a struggle in our life or some success for something happened in our life, we cannot explain why this happening to us. Then we say that from Buddhist point of view, that comes from the previous life. If we did something in the past life, so therefore this karma is happening in this life. And some families struggle and always fighting and on some sort of had problems. This is karmically related to each other, and why there are one family is particular, like 7 billion people, as we're as one family, but the particular like a few families, the fighting and struggle life. Then that's we explained Buddhism, because this particular people, family, had karmic connection in the past, or what they do to you similar did in the past life. You did and similar for them. That's why turn back and forth. So everything happens, something, then it's not spontaneously without, it's not happening without causes and conditions. It must have causes and conditions. There is no one cause. There is no one condition. So there are many causes, there are many conditions. If you look at any single thing, has a lot of causes, a lot of conditions. This is we called view of Buddhism, interdependence. Exist phenomena interdependently exist, but there is nothing permanent, solid, single something that comes from without causes, without conditions. And so now path, yeah, this is a kind of path. Path related to one's own mind. There we have two kind of mind, or mind qualities, quality of mind. One, just I described anger, hatred, jealousy, so forth. Those is a cause of suffering. Then another, we have love and compassion and so forth. The peaceful mind and relaxing mind and equanimity mind, and yeah, there are lots. Intelligent and so forth. This is a cost of happiness. When we are talking about Dharma, we say Dharma practice, then we are strengthening one's own natural mind, and quality of natural mind, the good quality of natural mind, love and compassion and so forth, and peaceful. We try to avoid anger, hatred, jealousy. It's not easy, we know that. Everybody has those. And try to dissolve those mind. When the afflict emotions dissolved and other mind arising, this makes life is getting better. So, from Buddhist point of view, our life, good or bad, is up to us. That's Buddha himself saying that. And also, Buddha saying that if not believe what I said first, you have to investigate it, examine it. It is true or not. If you think it is true, then you can follow what he says. It helps. And then also the Buddha says that I think that's That's pretty much. Some sort of, Buddha says that, then nothing, right? Sometimes he explained that nothing, emptiness. Emptiness is not nothingness. But yeah, I want to talk about a little bit, and then absolute truth. That's all what I taught as a relative truth, how this works. And absolute truth, it's beyond that. As like an example, take this, the cup, for example. If you look at the further and further, then when things appears, exist, everything exists. If you take part, then there is not one thing. Anything has kind of parts has parts. Then this part has parts, right? Divided they go to the atom to the large towns, right? Electron, neutron. I'm not familiar with those, but I heard lots of tons.
Lots of trons.
Yeah. If you go this bad, then no tons. Go further and further, then fundamental nature of reality, we cannot explain what it is. We cannot say is there not exist, but still kind of exist, but then what it is, we can't explain. That sometimes we use beyond words and beyond concept. We can't measure it. We can't, this is how way things are. And so then the result. What is the result of Buddhism talking about? The result, we call it nirvana. Nirvana is, there are many ways we can describe nirvana. But one way is say, fundamental nature of reality, or our mind, is right now, we don't call it nirvana, because covered by our true obscurations, klesha, emotions, as cognitive, the holding, grasping something. Those concepts covered, we don't see it, reality right now. Even we have it already, it possess. The when use those analyses to understand, as our mind become familiar with this reality, as more or more, try again, then one point, all afflict emotions dissolved, complete manifest fundamental nature of our mind. Mind has a lot of qualities. We can't explain today, but one way we can't. I can't explain because my English is a limit. It's not limitless. It's a limit. My mind wants to say more, but my speech says no. Got it. So then complete manifest that we call that is a nirvana, awake one, Buddha. Like Buddha Shakyamuni. He's saying that this is not particular, special for me. Every thinking being has this potential to be Buddha, to wake and remove all sufferings, complete understand one's own nature. That is a kind of goal to practice Dharma, to removing suffering, then we can help for others too. I think that's pretty much it. If you have some questions.
I would like to begin the questions, if
Yeah,
I
sure.
may, and then any of you who have questions, be prepared to ask them. Kenpo, when we talk about karma, you talk about actions, and then you mention reincarnation. And I had someone tell me one time, incarnation has to be true because it takes us so long to learn anything.
Yeah, right.
So it seems to me that if you would comment on this, that it seems to be that there's a reason for the action and for the reincarnation has to do with balance and harmony, and that the reason we come is to learn so we can experience that. Could you?
Yeah, right. Reincarnation, of course, we don't remember. The last time I told to you, even, childhood, everything we don't remember. Even yesterday, or even, it's 1 hour ago, how many steps you walk.
That's why we
Or
have
something.
you on camera, on film.
That's right.
You will
That's
remember.
We don't remember at all something what we did. And the reincarnation from Buddhist point of view, and our mind is between in this life and the past life. There are lots going on. A kind of blame, some sort of, I can say, if you study or understand, then something hit at your head, and then just immediately the
Concussion.
concussion, kind of blame something, just nothing happened. Then later it's not remembered. Some sort of this kind of happening in this period of time. That's why we don't remember it. But usually we don't remember it, but some they does. Some people clearly they remembered in the past life, and they remembered the past parents and even things very clearly. So that is a kind of evidence of reincarnation. If one person has reincarnation, then why not all? I usually describe reincarnation as mind stream. It's yesterday as past life. Today is this present life, and the tomorrow is like future life. But mind is kind of continuous, yeah, continuous. That's right.
Eternal in nature, without beginning or end.
No, we say some sort of we have beginning. Sutta teachings, just general common Buddhism, uncommon or some very high level of teachings, then we have beginning end, but that's not subject to the common. We don't have beginning, but we will have end. When we enlightened, then this kind of mind stream and struggle taking different forms, and then have problems. It's ending. We have end.
Are there any questions, please?
Yeah.
How do you decide what to remember and what to forget?
What does it mean? Mindfulness?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, how we can practice? How to remember? Oh.
Which things, the deep past of previous lives versus something that happened 5 years ago or yesterday that is not necessary to remember? How to decide which to remember and which to forget? Which memories?
Oh, okay, that's right.
Intuition.
I think something happened in our life, right? Bad things happened. Then this we don't have to remember again. When we remembered, that makes problem. It's keeping alive. Similar experiencing, then you never forget. It's an effect in the whole of life. Then, the good things, of course, we have to keep it, to memorize. And then how we can, another teaching, it's how we can train remembered in the past. I think the Dharma teaching saying that we have to just back, like 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, try to remember what we did, as much as possible. Then back and back, and then one point we can remember in the past life.
Excuse me. Were you asking how do we decide or why do we remember stuff and why do we not remember the past life?
Well, I was just thinking of the necessity to remember certain things and also the necessity to forget.
I think if not necessity something, but if we can remember the reincarnation, then that would be good. If we remember reincarnation, then we will be careful of our actions, because we know our life is not ending in this time, and then if we can care for our action, do something good in the future life. I think if really remembered or understand the cause and effect, that really helps, because that helps for to bring happiness, and also how it comes from the suffering. It's related to the cost. Then in this point, remembered past life, that's also is great. Usually we don't remember it, but some sort of we don't understand through the reasonings, some reasonings, and also many Buddhist believes reincarnation because we trust great teacher Buddha Shakyamuni, and one who understand as very detailed the life, how we started and how we struggle and how we are continuing. Then we trust and what he says is true. Yeah, from Buddhist point of view.
I've been to some teachings of His Holiness, and I remember in one specifically he said that consciousness doesn't stop after death. Is this related to pure consciousness, or what Buddhists sometimes refer to as the fundamental mind of clear light?
Yeah, right.
So that pure consciousness doesn't stop.
That's right.
It's just a stream that...
Go to enlightened. After enlightenment. That's right. His Holiness Dalai Lama is right.
How, this is more for, how do we get in touch with our Akashic records, with our eternal, our souls have a storage space of where we've been from throughout our soul's being. And how do we get in touch with that? With our Akashic record is what I've been told it's called.
What does it mean? I don't understand.
It's like a it's like the
This is just the record of all your experiences,
Oh,
thoughts, all
rec-
your incarnations.
I think from Buddhist point of view, as that's a record, as like a record, we call it basis consciousness, and alaya in Sanskrit. That's as collecting, holding all these habits, and then later it's ripening, just giving result. This consciousness, base consciousness, alaya consciousness, it's a continuing. That's holding, I think. Yeah, it's from Buddhist point of view.
how do we connect with it?
How we can connect it with, what does it mean?
That's access it,
How do we access
like the memory of
it?
How do you connect and attach to that? How do you understand your own?
How do you see your past and future
Lives.
events?
Oh, okay. That's I think look at.
Through
Do
meditation.
you remember yesterday?
This is my first day here.
Yeah, first.
On the planet?
Just general.
No, just general.
Well, actually, when I go to bed, my soul leaves my body, and then each day I take as a new day, a new chance of.
That's just a reincarnation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that the case with our dreams?
Yeah, right.
So.
I think the consciousness form is like a dream.
Mm-hmm.
From Buddhist point of view, right? Exactly when we die, and consciousness is like a dream, has whole they take consciousness form, as can hear it, smell it, and everything. It's like now. But it doesn't have the physical, it's a mental form. That is a continuing. It's like a dream. Exactly, it's a dream. It's mind, really. We know that. It's not real. It's there if we dream or driving car, example. There's no car. Nobody's driving. You are not in the car. But mind has car. Mind has you. And you are driving. And their mileage is going on. Everything is working then. Exactly the same thing. Consciousness is when we die, then keeping like that. And after a few weeks, then we pretty much we forget in this life and emerging its next life. Keeping, kind of some sort of experience in next life. Then, if we have good karma from Buddhist point of view, I'm just talking about Buddhist point of view, then we can take human again, or animal, or other beings, or we say Pure Land as a perfect place. Some Buddhas, where they live, some perfect place, take form there, and so forth. I think that's